It's time to rebuild this Wilwood 6-piston brake caliper. I started off by cleaning off all the excess brake dust and grime. I'm not sure how I ever managed to clean things before I got this solvent tank. With the brake caliper fairly clean and dry, now the pistons need to be removed. And boy, are they hard to get out. I used this JEGS AM pressure test kit with a female-female 3AN coupler. That way I can use air pressure to blow the pistons out. Or if you have an air nozzle with a rubber tip, you can just shove that into the brake caliper and it works just the same. I used some 2x2 blocks and some plates that I cut from mild steel. A quick blast of 90 plus PSI and the pistons move. But the issue is only one side of the pistons moved. I had to use a random combination of blocks and metal to get the other pistons to extend outward. The pistons are super hard to remove if you don't get them extended far enough outside of the brake caliper. After the nozzle is removed, the pistons can be pulled out. Some pistons are easy to remove, others not so much. The process is messy and brake fluid gets everywhere. The last two pistons were definitely fighting me. I found that wrapping some string around the piston and twisting the string with a set of pliers gave me enough leverage to wiggle the piston out. I got the idea from a video from a dirt track racer. Those guys sure have a lot of good tips that I use. The brake caliper O-ring seals are then removed with a pick. The Wilwood brake calipers usually only use one O-ring per piston. So the pistons have a small line of dirtiness where they extended out of the caliper. Some fine Scotch-Brite easily removes this dirt and grime. After that, my very cheap sonic cleaner gets the last bit of dirt and debris off these stainless pistons. The next step is installing the anti-knockback springs. The small springs attach to the smaller pistons via this small lip. And the larger springs are for the big piston inside of these calipers. These anti-knockback springs put a small amount of pressure behind the piston to help avoid pad knockback. And here are the part numbers. And here are the new seals. I bought this one from TCE Performance, but they're sold all over the internet. Lubricate the piston bores and O-rings with fresh brake fluid. The O-rings go inside the groove inside of the caliper, and there is no orientation of the O-rings. Lubricate the pistons with brake fluid, then press them in. These new seals will be a little bit tight. Unlike the small piston, the single large piston anti-knockback spring faces with the small end down. It's a good idea to wipe off all the excess brake fluid that's covered everywhere. My AN pressure fitting is attached along with the block and shims. A quick blast with about 130 psi shows no leaks. That's good. But keep in mind the braking system can see in excess of 1500 psi of brake pressure at full pedal. So when the caliper is reinstalled, make sure to check for leaks. I bottomed out the piston with this tool that I got off Amazon. So that's it for now. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram to see what I'm gonna do to fix my very crappy performing brakes on my race car.